So I'm James Ross, and this is my presentation for TECH3010 Technology Project. The question that I'm going to be answering for this project is this one. So how do radio stations successfully create a visual brand and present according to their demographic while being primarily audio-based? So in simple terms, that means I'm going to be looking at how radio stations rely on visual elements and social media, despite first and foremost being producers of audio content. So a quick 1, 2, 3 how the project's going to work. First of all, we're going to review and research branding and graphics for different radio stations, and then going to compare these radio stations in terms of their demographic, and I'm also going to compare them in terms of whether they are commercial, non-commercial, or local, national. I'm also working with Dimple from Radio 2 Funky. Her station has got an FM license granted for next year, so she's in that process right now of creating a brand for this station, and I'm going to be following that journey quite closely in line with my project. So secondly, I'm going to review the key elements of radio station social media. So I'm going to take the 5 stations that I'm researching, I'm going to look at their social media, what platforms they use. I'm going to compare this for each station, looking at their demographics, and I'm also going to look at their transmission areas, local, commercial, non-commercial, etc. as well. Finally, I'm going to create my own branding. So I'm going to create 5 brand new radio stations for different demographics. They're going to include local stations, commercial stations, and non-commercial stations. I'm going to create the branding and graphics for them, and I'm going to create the social media elements, platforms, and content for them. So for this, I'm going to bring knowledge from my past couple of years on the course to create successfully. So my knowledge of Photoshop that I'm confident in now, my photography experience from the uni, I got alongside videography experience. Obviously the radio module will give me an indication as to how these brands and stations will sound, despite not listening to them. All I have is graphics and background information for them. Why am I doing this project? Well, ultimately, I want to end up in the radio sector. That's where I see myself. And this project is going to help me get a more well-rounded view of the sector, and that's really going to help me upon graduation. Branding is another one of my interests, so that links in with the creative media entrepreneurship module as well. The importance of creating a strong brand, whether that's for a company or a freelance project. It's still equally as important. It will allow me to form a study of how different demographics view and perceive radio. Is it something that's generally for the older people that grew up with radio, or is it something that's new and trendy, and are younger people still engaging with radio? And how does social media actually have an impact on that engagement? So yeah, so different demographics might use social media platforms to engage with radio differently. Twitter might be the home of videos for Capital FM, where users might be able to follow and view the presenters behind the scenes in the studios, whereas Classic might save all their video content and put it on YouTube, more traditional for videos, and they might have a more corporate twist rather than just a short few seconds that can be viewed on a Twitter timeline. So during my research, I've looked at a range of radio stations with Capital Heart, Radio 2, Classic, Gem, and Smooth. It's really important for me to get a wide range of stations to look at for research, and that's because it covers a wide range of demographics, transmission areas, and BBC Radio 2 is non-commercial, whereas all the others are commercial, so it gives me a good range. So for example, Global owns Capital FM and it has a target audience of 15 to 34. They also own Heart, and they target 25 to 44, which is exactly the same target as Gem, who are owned by Bauer, and they're just a local radio station in the East Midlands. Classic has a target audience of 50 plus, but then a secondary target audience of 35 to 50, which puts it in direct competition with BBC Radio 2, the non-commercial of the range, who target at 35 plus. Smooth is another global station. They fill global's gap in demographic between 40 and 59. And as you can see, this group of stations was carefully chosen and will provide many points of comparison within my project. The demographic stretch as low as 15 and go all the way up to 59 and above. I'm going to study how someone that's not in the demographic will successfully create social media for the demographic. And I'll look at social media platforms and which are preferred depending on the demographic, and how important the social media is to propel the success of the station. Would the station still attract the listenership without social media? Would listeners want to turn off if they weren't being involved or getting behind the scenes looks via Twitter? So Capital might put behind the scenes videos on Twitter, but the only videos that Classic might put up might be on YouTube and have more of a corporate feel to them. So the first and next steps of my project are going to be after research, and that's going to be creation. So I'm allowed 2 weeks to create each station branding. I've got 5 in total, so that's 10 weeks. The second week of every brand that I create will also focus on creating social media platforms and content for the brand. After that, I'll be able to compile some market research and take the project further forward. Looking forward into the future with the project, I expect to gain a range of things from it. First of all, I'm going to have lengthy research into station management, graphic design and social media. My knowledge of demographics outside of DMFM will increase, including about ones that I'm not even part of, and that might be a challenge to create those brands. I'll have my own set of radio brands, together with their social media. I'll have a lengthy market research process into how well my brands are suited to their demographic and how accurate I've been. And finally, I'll be conducting focus groups to review how successfully my research has informed the creation aspect and how successful my brands are.